Preparing for a possible mass blackout in Austria, model solution for the whole of Europe, grocers will have to distribute food portions. So what happens with the food that we have in our fridges? Forget it. They'll just have to be thrown out unless we cook it and eat it for days on end. Austrian grocers handing out food rations during blackouts. The emergency plan aims to provide critical supplies for citizens in the event of a massive power outage. Austria unveiled emergency measures on Tuesday to secure food and other essentials for people in the event of blackouts this winter. I guess this is not only Austria. It's going to be going on in the rest of Europe. The plan, published on the website of the country's Ministry of Agriculture, Regions and Tourism, stipulates that all grocery stores will remain closed on the first day of a potential blackout. On the second day, the shops will remain closed, but it will act as centers from which bags of fresh produce will be given to residents between 10 a.m. and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. In addition, the stores will offer ready-made bags of water, long-life bread, canned goods, essentials, and candles for cash sale. Baby items and toiletries will be available upon request. From the third day, only products from the dry range will be offered for safety reasons. All of Austria's major retailers have agreed to the scheme, including Spar, Maxi Market, Billa, Penny, Lidl, Frisch, Unimarket, M Price, and others. I guess those are Austrian supermarkets. Residents are advised to store long-life food and keep a 14-day supply at home, as well as keep small cash values around €100 per family member. Now let's remember that the U.S. warned that the U.S. citizens in China had to keep a 14-day supply of food and water at their homes as well. So this is very strange. The program was prepared in coordination with the Austrian Chamber of Commerce, WKO, the Austrian National Bank, and the Ministry of Energy, as well as representatives from the food retail industry and the Association of Austrian Municipalities. Obviously, you keep cash because you're not going to be able to use the ATMs. While officials stress that Austria's food supply is currently secure and the risk of power outage is very low and unlikely, they noted that the new potential challenges require early preparation in order to be ready for a crisis. Our food trade industry is responsible and has already proven its ability to overcome the crisis. The solution presented today in case of a possible mass blackout is a model for the whole of Europe and shows that our food industry is prepared for the crisis as part of the vital infrastructure system. The head of the Food Retailer Association, Christoph Tamaldi, said, commenting on the plan. And related publication, RT November 20th, stock up on bottled water and canned goods. Officials tell Germans such supplies can come in handy if there are power outages. Civil Protection Agency chief says German residents should prepare for short-term power outages this winter. Ahead of the head of the Federal Office of Civil Protection and Disaster Relief said, Ralph Tiesler, warned in an interview with the Welt am Sonntag news agency. He said, we have to assume there will be blackouts this winter. By this I mean a regional and temporary interruption in the power supply. The cause will not only be energy shortages, but also the targeted temporary shutdown of the networks by the operators with the aim of protecting the networks and not jeopardizing the overall supply. He noted that the risk of blackouts will be greater in January and February. According to the official, local authorities in many German municipalities are prepared for possibility of blackouts, having developed detailed plans and procured emergency generators to ensure power supply. However, some municipalities are in much worse position, he said. We expect short-term power outages instead of long-term, large-scale power outages, but good preparation is also important for this, he said. Tiesler advised residents and officials to prepare for such events, primarily by finding supplies, mostly water, lots of crates and canned food. That would be enough for 10 days. This is what my agency recommends. Our message is prepare first. Be prepared for possible crises. Don't assume that everything will be readily available all the time, he says, adding that in addition to food and water for several days, residents should buy radios and candles with batteries. Teasler noted that his agency has a list of suggestions for residents to prepare for emergencies like blackouts on its official website. Germany faces prospect of blackout due to falling gas supplies from Russia, and while he initially wanted to disconnect its economy from Russian natural gas, gradually the flow from Russia was curtailed much earlier than planned due to Ukraine-related sanctions and the explosion in September that disabled the Nord Stream 1 pipeline, a key route for Russian gas to reach Europe. Despite the fact that natural gas storage facilities in the country are almost full, experts are still concerned that this reserve may not be enough to see the country through this winter. This is by Hellenic Revenge Blogspot. I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.